Here you go. I am a nurse, 12 years on the night shift. I have seen things I cannot explain. But nothing prepared me for the patient in room 114. He was admitted on a Tuesday. No name on the chart, no ID, no next of kin. The doctors called him John. He never spoke, never ate. Just lay there with his eyes open, staring at the ceiling, completely still. Vitals normal, brain scans normal, every test came back normal. The doctors had no idea why he wouldn't move. On my third night with him, I walked in to check his chart and found something that stopped me cold. On the whiteboard where we write patient notes, in handwriting that belonged to nobody on staff, someone had written one sentence. "He is not the one you should be watching." I reported it. Nobody believed me. They said a cleaner must have written it by mistake, but the room had been locked all night. I had the only key. The next morning, John was gone. Bed made. No discharge papers. No record of him ever leaving. I checked every camera in the building. He never walked out of that room. Not through the door, not any other way. But here is the part that keeps me up at night. When I went back to clean the room, I found something tucked under the mattress. A photograph, my house, my front door, taken from the outside, last night. While I was here, while I was at work, I went straight to the police, filed a report. They took the photograph, told me to change my locks and call if anything else happened. I drove home that morning with every light in the car on. Checked every room, every closet, every window. Nothing. I thought it was over. 3 days later, I came into my shift and my supervisor pulled me aside. She looked uncomfortable. She told me that a man had called the hospital asking about me specifically. Not about a patient, about me, my shift times, which ward I worked on. She said his voice was completely calm, like he was reading from a script. She asked me if I knew who it could be. I said no, but that was a lie, because the night before I had finally recognized the handwriting on that whiteboard. I had seen it before, on birthday cards, on Christmas envelopes, on a letter I received 14 years ago telling me that my estranged brother had died in a psychiatric facility 3 counties away. It was his handwriting, exactly his. I would know it anywhere. My brother has been dead for 14 years. John was admitted on what would have been his birthday, and the photograph of my house, tucked under that mattress, was taken from the exact spot where my brother and I used to sit on the wall outside when we were children. I have not been back to work since. I do not know what I saw in that room. I do not know who made that call. But I know one thing. That whiteboard was right. John was never the one I should have been watching. Did you figure out what was really happening before the ending? Tell me in the comments.